for example, an individual who's moving towards type 2 diabetes, which is like the penultimate evidence of metabolic disruption, while everyone's looking at the glucose, it's possible that a person is going through their 20s and their 30s and their early 40s and their glucose is staying totally normal. And so the clinician says, oh, you're fine. There's no hint of a problem. At the same time, they're now on a blood pressure medication. Maybe they're on an erectile dysfunction medication in the case of a guy, or another fertility medication in the case of a woman for her PCOS, but not thinking that there's any metabolic underpinning because glucose is staying normal. However, if that view had gotten larger or even shifted to encompass insulin, while the glucose has been staying normal, the insulin has been waging this silent war, silent because no one's thinking it's relevant here, but insulin levels are going higher and higher and higher every year in an effort to keep the glucose in check. And this, of course, would be evident. We would see this if we measured it. And now the whole conversation changes where, especially if someone's very informed, they would say, well, your glucose is normal, but gosh, you need a lot of insulin to keep it there. You have insulin resistance, as many people do, and this is what's contributing to your infertility or your fatty liver disease or your hypertension. So let's improve your insulin resistance rather than give you a specific medication for this specific disorder. So to kind of wrap all this up, as I've elaborated maybe too much, insulin is the marker we should focus on. Not only does it help us detect problems sooner, but it also helps us treat the problems better. Because if a treatment is aiming to improve a chronic disease, certainly those that have a metabolic foundation, as most chronic diseases do, if it fails to address the insulin, you're only treating a symptom and you're failing to actually solve the problem.